We're doing an all-time NBA draft. And how we're going to do this is we're going to cut cards here in just a second to determine our order. And then it's going to be like a snake draft. So if you have the first pick, you'll have the first pick, and then you won't pick again until, what would it be, sixth?
Second round, third.
So, and if you have the third pick, then you have the third pick and the fourth pick.
Yep.
So, and the way we do this, you have to pick a starting five. So you can't have 5 point guards on your team or 5 centers. You have to have 5, position players. There are, guys that you can play at a 2 guard, and you can also play at a 3, and you can do that with power forwards and a center also. And then you also have to draft a coach for this team.
But you have, when you draft the player, you have to declare them what position
you're going to play them in. Yep. And you can't go back and change that later in the rounds. When you make that pick, you have to put that position on them then.
I like it. I like it. And we all know that you're addicted to drafts, so this works out really well.
And then after we get our team, we're going to post it on to our Facebook page, and we'll have people vote on it on who they think is the best team. Now, how they want to vote, if they want to vote for who has the 5 best players, or if they want to vote for who has the team that's going to work the best together, that's up to them to decide. So
it's their vote, their voice, right?
Yep.
These cards are old as shit.
Yep.
With the first pick in the 2019 All NBA Draft, Turbo selects Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh.
Shake up.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq Diesel, number 1.
Yep. Number 1 in your hearts, number 1 on my team. And the reason I went that is and obviously he's my 5. I'm not going to put him as my point guard. But when it comes to big men and dynamic players that can alter a game and take over a game, it doesn't get any better as a big man than Shaq. And there's actually so few of them. Well, there really isn't I would say a center anymore in the NBA. So if we're looking at 5 there's more of a select few, in my opinion, for the 5 spot.
Right, come on, give me the short version.
That I had to go Shaq. So,
well, you talk about, maybe the biggest mismatch of all time. He's pretty much unguardable, as big as he is.
Yep.
Solid pick.
All right. Number 2,
Michael Jordan.
MJ. Putting him in your shooting guard spot?
Yep. The GOAT.
That was GOAT. So far, you can't go wrong with any picks right now.
Michael's pretty much, the number 1. Probably most people would take him number 1 overall. I was kind of back and forth on a couple different guys, but I'm gonna go maybe a little bit shocking here. I'm gonna play him as my point guard, but you can play him at probably 4 different positions, and that's what I like about him. And he could guard probably all 5 positions.
Draymond Green.
Same college.
Ah,
but I'm gonna go Magic Johnson.
Ah, I see. Not a bad pick. All right, Mr. Hudson.
Me again.
Oh, you again. That's right.
And then I'm gonna come. I was talking about this when we were talking about it at the bar a couple weeks ago about my dream, first 2, and now I'm almost scared to do it.
It's in your lap. It is in your lap to work your plan and plan your work.
But I'm gonna change it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna change it up, and I'm gonna go to me, who I think is the best player of all time, and I'm gonna go LBJ, LeBron, and I'm gonna play him at my small forward.
Right. Digging that. I had a feeling LeBron wouldn't last too long. So now it's Mr. Hudson's turn. Where are we going next, C-Hut?
I'm going to play him. Man. That really shook me up right there. I didn't think you'd go that way.
Where'd you think I was going?
I don't know. I did not think you were going there. I'm going to take Kevin Durant. It's my number 3. We're playing him at my 3.
Kevin Durant. Not a bad pick either. Not a bad pick. Excuse me. Well, with my second round pick here, I am going to go Kobe as my shooting guard.
Kobe, Shaq, and Kobe together, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It's a disaster.
And I'm going to back that up with go point guard Steph Curry.
Oh. It actually is kind of shocking to me how many like modern day players are off the board so far.
Yeah, when I was doing my research, it was kind of, now granted, when you look at anyone's top 20 or top 50 list, there's always going to be that dude on there. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Shane Battier is not an all-time great number 3. Are you kidding me? And I that was legitimately on one of the sites I looked at, but it was astonishing to see that when you with all the players that have gone through the NBA, you would think like especially some of the greats that have gone down, you'd see a lot more like black and white photos, and almost all of them were from the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, then especially for our age demographic, that fits right with us. And I don't know if that has a lot to do with, obviously it's stats driven, a lot of it, and with the rule changes and the 3-point line and a lot of other stuff that come into play, the obviously scoring's up right now as opposed to when it was in like 1970 or 1960. So maybe that's one of the reasons why. But yeah, you're very right, and even our little draft here is playing out pretty much exactly like all the websites did too.
My third pick, I'm gonna really stick defensive kind of thing. And then I think about it, Shaquille O'Neal said this is the guy he had the most trouble with in the post. Hakeem Olajuwon.
If I didn't get Shaq, I was gonna go.
Yeah,
I had 2 guys, and he was one of them, and the guy that I'm gonna pick next was the other guy. Olajuwon defensively, probably maybe the best defensive center of all time, and then also could do it offensively too. But I'm gonna go with my pick at probably the best offensive center of all time,
Kareem,
leading scorer of all time, and I also am gonna have the guy on my team that's probably potentially gonna pass him in the future at LeBron. But right now, as leading scorer, I'm going Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I'm playing him as my center.
Not a bad pick.
Man,
San Francisco's creeping back into this game.
Thinking about all this today, I was like, man, if I get like one of these players that I got on my team, I think I'll be lucky. And I got 3 of them.
Well, shucks.
I feel the same way.
So and then I'm gonna come back with. I feel like I got 3 big time scorers. Do I want to go? Man,
you going Bruce Bowen for defense? We all joke about that, but he's probably one of the best defenders in the past 10, 15 years.
I feel like I got my facilitator in Magic. LeBron can score. Kareem will score, obviously. Do I want to have another big-time scoring power forward? Do I want to go with a shooting guard that can shoot?
Christian, you look really thrilled.
I'm going. I guess I'm gonna have to ask if I can do this. I'm gonna have to ask you guys if I can do this.
No.
Can I play Bird as a power forward?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I was
gonna say, can I play Bird or Durant at the 4? Yeah.
I'm going. As long as you guys say it's good, I'm going Bird as a 4.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. It's not like you're putting Steph Curry to 4 or something stupid like that. Wow. Denver's up 24-3 on Houston.
So where it sits right now, probably should have said this before I made the bird pick because it would have been the end of the round. But right now, Turbo, you have Steph Curry as your point guard, Kobe as your shooting guard, and Shaq as your center.
That's a fucking W right there, bro.
Christian has
solid.
MJ as his point guard.
Shooting guard.
Or as a shooting guard, KD as his small forward, and Olajuwon as a center. And then I have Magic as my point guard, LeBron as my 3, Larry Bird as my 4, and Kareem as my center. So and nobody's taken a coach yet.
Why would you?
Did you get both yours 2Ks?
Yep.
What's on Mr. Hudson?
So since he was able to do Larry at the 3-4, I'm gonna go back to where I can use this guy as a 3-4, and you can really use Durant as a 3-4. He's a 7-footer too. I'll take Scottie Pippen, use him as my 3-4 kind of guy.
Okay, I'm good with that.
As I'm kind of leaning on my power forward. Can we do Tim Duncan as a power forward?
Oh
Yeah.
Let's do that. Mr. Fundamental. Mr. Funda-fucking-mental. And so what, I have small forward left? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going coach, and I'm going to take Phil.
Going to coach, taking Phil Jackson.
Well, I got Kobe. I got Shaq. Might as well take Phil, right?
Okay. I'm going to go point guard that could flat out probably the best on-ball defender in the history of the NBA. Gary Payton.
The glove.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck scoring, guys.
Yeah, you definitely went defense on this.
I mean, none of those guys can also give you buckets, though, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I need a shooting guard or a coach. Or I'm going to pick both of them right here. Shooting guard. Do I want to go with a sniper, or do I want to go with somebody that, arguably one of the better 1-2 combos in the history of the game? When you start talking about LeBron and D-Wade, do I want to bring D-Wade back into this to be my shooting guard, or do I want to go with an actual shooter?
Shooter McGavin. Shooter. Shooter.
You know what? I'm going to kind of go with a player that I don't necessarily consider him to be in the top 30 of players all time, but I'm going to go with a player that to me is going to mix in with the guys that I have, and I want to have, as much as I really want to go D-Wade here because he is one of my favorites of all time, and to put him back in there with LeBron, I want to surround these guys with a sniper, and I'm going to go with one of the more clutch shooters of all time. I'm going Reggie Miller.
I think he's definitely top 50.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And then to coach,
That's a good pickup.
To coach this team, I'm going with a guy that's actually still coaching today.
Popovich.
I'm going with Greg Popovich.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
All right. So what do I got?
So
Coach?
you got to get a coach.
So I was debating this. I had two guys, because I know those two would be gone before, those
those are going to be the top two.
Two guys that are also great coaches. I was thinking it is either Pat Riley or Chuck Daly.
I was wondering if someone was going to go Chuck Daly.
And I think with the team I have, Chuck Daly came up with one of the best defenses ever against the Chicago Bulls. So that's why I'm going to go with Chuck Daly.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Sure. Jordan rules.
Jordan rules, absolutely. So I'm just left with a small forward, right?
Yep. To round off, put a capper on the old all-time NBA draft.
I'm gonna go a little wild card on you guys. I'm gonna go Giannis.
Oh, okay.
I'll go Giannis.
I'm not even gonna try to spell that. I'm just gonna put Greek.
Giannis. Antetokounmpo. Antemp.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Qumpo.
Country of origin, please. Country of origin. All right, Cleveland's actually back up on top of Cincinnati, 14-13. So yeah, I was kind of the small forward was kind of didn't really know where to go with it.
Well, there's so many of them out there, to where I mean, we picked ours early, so you had a reason to wait on it, and but you can go so many different ways with it. You want me to read off the teams, and we can kind of talk about some players that didn't get drafted?
Give us a recap there, 2Ks.
So
I'll go with 2 bench guys.
This actually went a lot faster than I thought it was going to go. But right now, we'll start with reading off the teams, and we'll kind of decide what we want to do after that. So Turbo's team, Turbo had the first pick. His team he's got Steph Curry as his point guard, Kobe as his shooting guard, the Freak as his small forward, Tim Duncan as his power forward, and Shaq as his center.
There's not enough ball to go around for your team.
And then he's got, I mean, you talk about some freaking scoring. They're going to throw up 200 points every
Yeah,
night.
but who's going to take them all? Which one's going to have an ego problem here?
Kobe.
And then that team is coached by Phil Jackson, so they'll be running their
triangle.
triangle offense.
Yeah.
And then
Come on, would you rather have the Freak or Scottie Pippen help run that? I think the Freak could run it a lot better than Scottie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Scottie can stretch it a little bit. Greek's not there yet.
Yeah,
he'll get there.
Yeah, and the thing with Greek is, what is he, 24?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't even touched the surface.
Nope.
Kawhi would have been a good. I was thinking about Kawhi too.
Mm-hmm. And then Christian's team, we had the second pick. He went Gary Payton as his point guard, MJ as his shooting guard, Kevin Durant small forward, Scottie Pippen at his power forward, and Hakeem Olajuwon as a center, coached by Chuck Daly. And then Kyle, 2Ks he had the third pick. He went Magic as his point guard, Reggie Miller as a shooting guard, LeBron as his small forward, Larry Bird as his power forward, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a center, coached by Popovich.